You know, over the past few months, especially in the D series, we've got a lot of these new collaboration sets, and while they're fun, I do have some concerns. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the Prime Vanguard channel. Today I'll be discussing my concerns with all the collaboration sets coming out for Cardfight Vanguard Overdress. If you guys enjoy watching these type of videos, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And also share this with your friends and families, and let's start a discussion going on. I'm very curious to hear you guys' thoughts and decisions about collaboration sets and how they're going to affect the future of Cardfight Vanguard. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right on into this. Now, to make it very, very clear, I have no problem with collaboration sets. I think that collaboration sets, when you introduce something every once in a while that's completely different and you make sure it's unique without being busted, is really fun. There's nothing wrong with that. My concern, however, for these collaboration sets is what happened with our first collaboration set, which was Token Rambu. So Token Rambu, when it came out all the way back in the G era, Token Rambu was very, very strong. I don't remember if it topped anything or if it won any like BCSs or anything of that nature, but I do know that Token Rambu's card pool, although it was small, was very powerful. They got very strong things, and all these cards did very different things, and they had at least 2 to 3 different deck styles that you could play, so that there was some variety with their introduction of new cards. But Token Rambu did not receive support until this time in Overdress. And my concern with these collaboration sets is the fact that we now have Shaman King, Record of Ragnarok, and I think it's called Monster Strike or Monster Hunter. I don't know, it's not in English yet, but it's a Japanese thing out right now. And my concern with these collaboration sets is the fact that because you're introducing collaboration sets and because you are introducing these huge card pools and you're giving them boxes, new support, things of that nature so that the decks are playable, I'm worried about them taking away from the current clans and nations that we already have in Vanguard and taking away from their support to support these play styles. Because, like I said, stated with Token Rambu all the way back in the day, Token Rambu received support here and there, but it wasn't until all the way towards basically maybe 3 years later towards Overdress that they finally started getting support again so that they're playable. These decks right now will never, in my opinion, are not playable outside of Overdress. I don't know if that's the goal when it comes to the design of them, to just make them Overdress exclusive by not giving them G-zones, but eventually these decks will fade into obscurity if they don't receive support, or they will get support, and then what will happen is we'll end up with what we will have the same problem we had in the past of there's so many nations and clans now that we have to take away from other nations and clans for their support to make sure that this is still viable. And that's where my concern comes in for the collaboration sets, because again, I'm not knocking them, I'm not against them. I haven't played against any of them and I haven't played with them. I don't think I would invest into one, especially because there is the chance that you might never see support for that again. And that essentially to me feels like money down the drain, because now I'm investing into a deck that will never see another card supporting this again. And that's one of my main concerns too, as somebody who has been playing card games for a while. When you know your cards are not going to get support again, or when you know that based off what we're seeing now from future support that they're not going to see anything, that is concerning. I do worry about that. So, and this isn't anything to knock the decks or people that enjoy these things. I think the collaboration sets are good. I think that, you know, when you have 1 to 2 different archetypes from different shows or anything, it's fine. So, you know, it's fun. It's very unique. I don't know too many card game or anime card games that do that, but just be careful how much you invest into these, because you might never see support for that again. And I'm talking about in terms of game, in terms of financial with cards. When you get cards and they never see support again, then the card pool that you have is limited and it will become, you know, obscure, because they're not going to be able to be played again without further support to keep up. So I guess you could say that, I can't speak on the financial aspect of it, but I guess you can say that in terms of just gameplay and playstyle, that is something that I do worry about when it comes to these collaboration sets, because we as the player base deserve to know if we're going to see support for this again. I think that it's going to be very important for people that want things like this to be vocal about it, because if you pull a token Rambu and let your deck or your playstyle or whatever it may be, collaboration set wise, fall into obscurity without reminding them that this exists, then that is what's going to happen. You probably won't see another Record of Ragnarok set for maybe like until like the end of Overdress, or until like whenever we get our next series or season of Overdress. Because I am hoping that this will be the last reboot of Vanguard and we don't have like 5 formats of different Vanguard things going on, but that is just my concern when it comes to collaboration sets. Just be careful when you're investing into them, and be careful about and not be careful, but be vocal about what you want for a collaboration set and how you want this archetype or playstyle or set of cards to evolve into this game. That is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoy content like this, don't forget again to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, notify, let me know what's going on. That's it for today. I'll let y'all go. Peace.